All right, we are back live on YouTube, live here on Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams. This is a very impromptu, out of sequence stream I felt the need to do at this late hour. It is 1:56 a.m. Eastern Time, 10:56 p.m. Pacific Time. If you're tuned in right now, hopefully you're having a great night. Maybe you're an insomniac and you can't sleep. Or if you're watching this on the replay later on down the road, welcome. This is not going to take too terribly long, but I wanted to address some things here tonight that have been going on for just far too long. Far too long. And I'll just come out and say right away. It really saddens me and doesn't surprise me at the same time what's going on. There are many people that have been following myself on YouTube for many, many years. And this same type of thing has been going on for many, 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 many years. And it's just an old song. It's such an old song. And I'm going to talk about it again here tonight because it affects someone that I really, really care for, and that is my lady. And I want to clear the air up for people that may be wondering, if something is going on with my lady, which there isn't. But some other people like to spin things out of context just to make it more damning and make it more interesting for people to view rebroadcasts of my live streams as they're happening live. Now, let me first of all make sure that the notification has gone out, and it absolutely has. Let me check out the back end of YouTube and make sure it is rolling smoothly. And it absolutely is. Okay. Give me a second here. Those allergies, and I did not take my Flonase today. I took my Allegra, but not my Flonase, so I'll take it before I go to bed. So I did a live stream not too long ago, earlier tonight, if you're here when I'm doing this live, Monday, August 15th, 2022, if you're on the West Coast. If you're on the East Coast, it's after midnight. It is Tuesday, August 16th, 2022. But I did a live stream earlier tonight, and on that live stream, I was regularly scheduled to, go live with my lady and address, coaching questions in the chat, right? But at the last minute, my lady wasn't feeling up to it, and she was very tired. And she had a long day. We had a lot of things to, take care of outside of YouTube. So she didn't come on. And she was watching the show and moderating the chat. In the chat, there really wasn't anything to moderate because nobody chatted. So it's all good. It's all good, right? But, there's a group of people out here. And again, I'm not here to even criticize the people that are doing this. I'm here to mention it again for like the 500th time in the last 4 or 5 years that this has been happening to me. When is this going to get old, and when is enough going to be enough? What's it going to take for you folks to move on past, Coach Eli drama that really doesn't exist anymore? I'm in a very happy relationship with my lady. I love my woman. Is she perfect? No. Am I perfect? No. But we're perfect for each other, and that's all that matters. And I think the people that continue to talk smack about my lady on rebroadcasts of my live streams, which, by the way, I've given this group of people or anyone permission to rebroadcast any of my live streams. That's not the problem. No problem at all. I've given people permission to do it. No problem. The problem is what these people are saying in their live stream chats. And if what they were saying is true, it wouldn't be a problem. But when people are, saying things that are not true and spinning things way out of context, quite frankly, first of all, it doesn't affect me because I've been doing this for a while and I can just ignore this stuff, right? And again, I don't care about the rebroadcast, but what I care about is how it affects other people I care for. And this is what really bothers me is when people, prey, P-R-E-Y, prey on the vulnerability of women or people that are fairly new to YouTube, or people like my lady that has experienced a lot of trauma in her life, and things like this, can and do affect her. Doesn't affect our relationship, and we're fine. We are not broken up. We are happier than ever. Do we have our moments? Yes, we do, right? But we're very happy, and she's here with me at my place, and she's just relaxing. She's totally relaxing and taking a break from these YouTube streets. And the sad thing is this. I can tell you, more than likely right now, the same guy that was rebroadcasting me earlier is rebroadcasting me more than likely again right now. Now, earlier, I went live. What time was it that I went live? I think it was around 9 o'clock Pacific, which was midnight Eastern. Now it's 11 o'clock Pacific, 2 a.m. Eastern. And this guy's probably still rebroadcasting me live at 2 a.m. in the morning, sitting there by his phone, waiting for the notification to go off to rebroadcast me. Well, sir, again, you have my permission to do so. I have not flagged you. But the pathetic thing is that you're devoting your whole entire life to rebroadcast me. And sir, what do you get out of it, right? There are only two people that get something out of this. And you know who those two people are. One is a he used to be mid-30s. He's a 37-year-old millennial creator. And his business partner, a woman around my age. Okay? And again, I personally don't have a problem with what any of them are doing. I just think it's just gotten really, really old. And like I said, the only issue I really do have is people preying on the vulnerability of my lady that's been through a lot. And there are even many women that support these rebroadcasts, which is fine. There are many women that have a lot of trauma within themselves, and they themselves have been attacked on this platform, have been attacked in real life, have been, weaponized and have been taken advantage of, in real life and on this platform. Yet they come out here and they do the same thing to other women. Like how does that make sense, right? And even if it's just for entertainment and just to stir up the audience, keep the audience around on the rebroadcast, does that make you feel good? I mean, I really am, to be honest with you, like I'm floored. I'm not upset. I am floored. I'm flabbergasted. I just don't even know what to say about this anymore. I really don't. Because the truth of the matter is this. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate any of these people, right? And when you look at the whole thing, when you look at the big picture, if you've been following me for a while, you know what's really going on. If you're new here, I'm going to try to give you the gist of it, okay? There's no way in hell, these people would be able to sustain rebroadcasting every single one of my live streams all day, every day, 7 days a week if there was no incentive for them to do it, right? And even when there's incentive to do it, it still is tiring, right? But there's no way in hell anyone would invest this amount of time and effort into the rebroadcasts of my streams and then talking smack about myself and my lady that isn't true, taking things way out of context, right? Just to stir up the audience, keep them around, unless there was some, there was some compensation or something that made it feasible for them to do it, right? My lady came up to me after the show, and whether you folks want to talk smack about this or not, we really don't care. But she wasn't happy about what was happening on the rebroadcast. I'm going to mention your name, sir, because I really don't care. Your first name is Paul. It's a common name, but people know who you are, right? Okay. If you're happy and getting giddy that I'm mentioning your name, Paul, so be it. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, right? Right? But yeah, my lady had, blocked everyone and removed everyone and told YouTube to not recommend any of these creators' content, but somehow she got recommended Paul's stream. And then she went in there and saw what people were saying and was just floored and flabbergasted by it, right? And I talked with her and I said, look, babe, like I was saying, you got to ignore this stuff. I mean, there are a lot of crazy people on YouTube, and then there are a lot of people that are just, amping things up, taking things out of context, and doing that just to keep the audience around, right? You and I both know what they're saying isn't true. They know what they're saying isn't true. So we should just ignore it and move on. And that's what my lady's been trying to do. But here's the thing. Okay, she's a woman. And ladies, you all know this. Even the women that are contributing to coming at my lady and saying things that aren't true, even though, there are ladies that are saying things about my lady that aren't true, these ladies have been through similar things. Like the ladies that are saying things about my lady that aren't true, you ladies have been through these things. You ladies have experienced your own trauma. And I feel for you. So how does it, I just don't understand. As a lady, how could you try to make another lady feel really bad and prey on the vulnerabilities of her trauma with the things you're saying when you've been through similar things in life? Many of you have that have come at her, right? Like it just, the whole thing doesn't make sense. The only reason why I firmly believe it's happening still is because, there's a bigger picture here. There's compensation involved. And I understand people have sponsors and, people are clocking in and clocking out. I understand that. To the people that are clocking in and clocking out, you know who you are. I understand that. But at what point does it stop, right? How much longer are we going to continue regurgitating the same thing over and over and over again? Like, I'm not upset, and neither is my lady. Yes, it did kind of bother her initially because she's a lady and she's an emotional being, just like you ladies are emotional beings. If you ladies were on the receiving end, and quite frankly, many of you ladies out there that are coming at my lady, you've been on the receiving end of what my lady's now getting from you. So you didn't like it when it happened to you, so why do it to my lady, right? And again, it's cool. It's totally cool. We've moved past it. I've moved past it. I just wanted to put it out there and say, hey, this doesn't make any sense. It's an old song. How many more times can you keep playing the same old song before it gets old and no one wants to hear it anymore? So, I ended up going into the chat of Paul's stream, and I read some of these comments, right? And it's nothing new, right? Okay, Paul saying, hey, you're never going to amount to anything out here, or you're never going to make it, or this and that, whatever, right? Okay, Paul, we've heard that many times. You've called me a failure. You've said that I'm never going to be successful on YouTube, right? Okay. How many more times do you need to repeat the same thing? Okay. Right? How many times do you folks need to say that Eli and his woman are breaking up when we're never breaking up? We've never broken up. We're together. Like, where did you get that we didn't, where did you get that we're not together anymore? Is it because she decided to not do a stream with me at the last minute because she's tired and wants to rest? Is she not entitled to do that? I'm not going to force her to come on. And I always give her the option, right? And I have no problem doing these shows by myself. Hey, Sifu Smo, how you doing? I'm not Reli, I'm Eli, but that's okay. That's a typo, brother. Welcome to the show. How you doing, man? How's the audio coming through? Let me make sure it's coming through okay. Right? Okay. How many more times do you need to repeat the same thing? Audio sounds good. I had to double check on my phone there. Dion, here's the thing, man. I mean, people are going to say what they're going to say. You're going to say what you said in there. I don't think Paul is a dumb guy. I don't think that any of these people are dumb people. I think that, a lot of them, are caught up in drama, and, some of them are being compensated to create this type of content. And, it's their job, right? I get it to a certain extent. It is their job, right? It's coming through good. Well, thank you, bro. It's a $400 microphone, so it better sound good. Not trying to show off, you know what I mean? It's a Shure SM7B. Thank you, Dion, and thank you for being here, brother. My lady will probably pop in here in a little bit in the chat once she sees you're there. I approved your message there, Sharon. I haven't talked with you in a while. If that's the real you, TN Chick 43. Well, that's about how old you are. Yeah, I think when I first met you, you were 40. About 3 years ago, when I started my other channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. Well, it used to be a grip on life back then. Eli, this is Sharon saying hi. All I'll say is these women are middle-aged Buffalo Karens of YouTube. I mean, look, it's like I'm not the kind of person that wants to come out here and take stabs at people. I don't think it is that. I'm from Buffalo as well at TNCHIC, says Sifu Smo. I don't think it's that. Sharon, here's what I think it is. I think people nowadays on social media are doing whatever it takes to get attention. They want to get attention, they want to get views and likes, and they want to make money. And I can't blame them for that, right? And there's a lot of competition. And everybody knows everyone knows that people always tune in for the shit show, right? Everyone knows that people always tune in for the shit show, right? So some people are saying, okay, do I create something authentic and, something non-drama and something that can make the world a better place? And it's going to take me a long time to grow, and I'm going to start off with 3 or 4 people in the box? Or do I just stir up the drama pot and immediately get 50 to 100 people to show up? Right? Yep, it's me. Yeah. Well, thank you, Sharon. And see, Sharon, here's the thing. These people are now going to scrutinize me for talking with you. Like, I don't have a problem with anybody. I don't. I've never had a problem with anyone. All I've ever wanted to do, Sharon and everyone else, is help uplift people, help bring positivity into this world. We have enough negativity in this world, Sharon and Dion and everyone else watching behind the scenes. So, I mean, I've mentioned the things said about my lady. They're not true. We haven't broken up. There's my lady right there. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Hey, Sifu Smo. Hey, babe. Hey, babe, let me ask you a question. How many times have you and I broken up and gotten back together now? According to these people, it's been about, what, 15 times? Like, how many times have we broken up and gotten back together? Sifu Smo says, hey, Dion, I'm going to let you know you've been amazing, bro. And I think I'm going to end up remoderating you sometime this week. As long as you don't, mention certain names, Dion, then we're all good. I just don't want to, I don't want to break any peace agreements that I've actually made. And that's why, when I respond to certain things like this, I just want to get the message out in a general way. And I want to respect, at least I want to do my part in respecting peace agreements with people. Right? Well, Sharon is not from Buffalo. She's just talking about other women being Karens. And I really don't like that phrase. Oh, my lady says never. Well, according to the court of public opinion on YouTube, babe, we've broken up about 15 times. And I'm sitting here bawling, my head off like I did when Dana broke up with me, right? Yeah, I'm sitting here crying and bawling my head out. Or head off, right? Thanks, bro, says Dion. Well, you're welcome, bro. I really appreciate how respectful you've been to my lady behind the scenes and how respectful you've been to me, bro. And I'm really glad that you're doing whatever you can to better your life. You've got a child coming, and I appreciate you coming on the show here last week with my lady. And even mentioning when you said, your woman makes a little more money than you, but it's all good. Like, dude, I respect you, being man enough to come out here and just be real, bro, and being mature about it and being secure about it, bro. That's Dion, again, I'm not looking for a pat on the back, neither is my lady, but I hope we've at least helped you out a little bit to, change your mindset on things and, to just, look at things from a more positive light in life, man. That's all we've tried to do. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, we've discussed the stuff about my lady is just not true. And the people saying it, they know it's not true. And I understand why they're saying it. It's clocking in, clocking out. I get it. I understand it. I totally get it. Okay. But at what point is the same thing, not going to have the same effect? People are going to get tired of it, right? And again, to you, Paul, what does it matter? I'll get back to the chat in a second, Dion. Thank you. I see your messages, folks. To you, Paul, what does it matter whether I'm a YouTube success, I'm a YouTube failure? Like, honestly, Paul, I don't have a problem with you rebroadcasting me. I don't flag you down anymore, Paul. I haven't flagged you down once. You don't have to put any of your streams to private, Paul. You can keep them all public. I'm not going to flag you, Paul. Like, people should see, I should show people my copyright match tool behind the scenes. Like, there are so many things the copyright match tool is actually catching, even though some people say it doesn't catch anything. It does. It catches a lot. Okay. But I'm not going to flag you. That's not the point, bro. The point of the matter is like, dude, Like, what are you getting out of this? Like, you're not affecting me in any way, shape, or form, right? And the only reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm standing up for my woman. I'm doing with this woman what I should have done with my ex, Dana. I made big mistakes. I didn't stand up for her, right? But I learned from those mistakes, and I'm not going to put this woman through what I put my other woman through. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, folks. I thought my lady was saying something. She's in the other room. I'm in the studio office and she's in the living room. So anyway. But yeah, dude, I mean, what does it matter? We had 20 people here, and now Paul's probably rebroadcasting. Yep, there he is, 3 minutes ago. Yep. Hey, Paul, how you doing, man? So let me ask you, Paulie, okay? It is now 2:22 a.m. on Tuesday morning. It's only 11:23. Well, now it's 2:23 a.m., 11:23 p.m. in my neck of the woods, 2:23 a.m. in your neck of the woods. So, Paul, I mean, let me tell you this. You know, I've got a woman here. Do you think my woman would be happy if I decided to go live at 2:30 in the morning instead of laying in bed with her and being there with her? Like, seriously, Paul, I'm just, look, I'm not even trying to criticize you, Paul. I'm just responding to you and asking you some questions. See, you talk all this smack about me, Paul. Oh, my lady says I sneezed. Okay, that's what I heard. Okay. I'm trying to ask you a reasonable question, Paul, and say, if you're going to come at me and say I'm a failure, I'm never going to be successful on YouTube, okay, and talk all this nonsense, Paul, I'm going to ask you a legitimate question and say, I thought you were married or have a girlfriend, right? Like, is she okay with you being on YouTube at, 2:24 a.m. instead of being in bed with her? Like, what woman in her right, babe, you tell me in the chat. If I said, babe, I'm going to get out of bed with you at 2:30 in the morning and go do a YouTube live stream, like, how would you respond to that, babe? And there's a minute delay, so my lady will respond to it in the chat here in just a little bit. But seriously, Paul, like, again, I don't have a problem with you rebroadcasting me. I don't have a problem with you talking smack about me, right? I don't. Only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm standing up for my lady, because my lady was a little bit, shook up by this. She's really tired of this stupid stuff. It's like, it's not that she can't handle it. She can. But it's stupid, right? And it makes her feel, Paul hasn't had a woman since the 1950s. Well, I don't think he was even born back then, bro. Paul's like I think he's in his early 50s. So Paul was probably born in, what, like 1968, 69, 1970? My lady says nope. What's the haha for, Dion? I know there's a minute delay here. I still have the delay on even when I'm on here because you never know. If I say something and I need to cut it, I'll cut it, right? And then you want to know what the LOL seafood truth? You want to know what's even more funny than everything? Like, these new people that don't even know me, right? These new people that don't even know me. They call me Cuck, right? Coach Eli, right? Right? And again, to those people that don't know me, first of all, I don't know you. You don't know me. Like, do you just follow anyone that talks smack about anyone else you perceive to be better than you or wish you could be like? Well, Dion, that's your opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Paul wishes he could look like me. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm all that, but people have said I look younger than my age, and I take good care of myself. I do the best I can, right? Maybe it's a projection, right? But yeah, I'm seeing some people, including this new woman, that popped in Paul's stream as it was ending. Because I tuned in at the very end once I finished, my stream, because there's a minute delay. And, at the end, there was a lady that was just, saying I'm here for the cuck or whatever. And it's like, ma'am, I don't even know who the hell you are. Like, you don't know who I am. Like, do you just go around, calling any random person a cuck on YouTube because other people's cringy content you follow say to call me that? Like, do you even know what a cuckold is? A cuckold is somebody that watches his girlfriend or wife be intimate with another man. I've never done that. So, I mean, I don't understand why people continue that facade. It doesn't upset me. It doesn't bother me at all. Right? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And here's the thing. Okay? If we look at this whole thing, it's been going on for like 4, almost 5 years now. It started when, this 37-year-old millennial creator started getting sponsored by someone, and another creator, maybe I'll mention his name. His name is JB Gunner. Let's just name it's JB Gunner, right? He was sponsored by the same creator, and these guys, were getting paid to, make content on me. Let's just be polite and put it the polite way, right? And it was happening for years, and then people just started leaving, and then people would get tired of it. Then they would find a new audience that would like it. Then they would get tired of it. It was like a lather, rinse, repeat process with a revolving door, right? And then it got to the point of where a few 2.5 years ago or so, I stopped feeding into it. Sifu Smo says, yeah, bro, I never understood why they called you that. Well, they called me cuck because it's a one-syllable C word instead of coach. Instead of Coach Eli, they go cuck Eli, right? Because it just flows, right? It was the most derogatory thing they could think of that flows instead of coach, right? But anyway, getting back to this thing, right? Over the last couple 2.5 years, there were periods of time where the 37-year-old millennial guy now would stop rebroadcasting me, and same with JB Gunner. And now it's gotten to the point of where JB Gunner very rarely does any, commentary on me because it's not the same. He doesn't get the same traction doing it. And, I don't get triggered or upset anymore like I used to back in the days when I first came out on YouTube. But all of a sudden, 3, 4, 5 months ago, people started rebroadcasting me again. And it was happening on some female drama channels, not just one, multiple female drama channels. And I'm like, whatever, it's not whatever, not a big deal, right? And then all of a sudden, the 37-year-old millennial guy started to see them getting a little bit of traction initially, because what happened was I gave some people a second chance that used to be that were a part of the drama, and they came on board to my side because because they were anti the 37-year-old guy. So they thought that they could weaponize me to try to go after the 37-year-old millennial guy, which I don't want to go after anyone. I don't. I never did. I could care less, right? I don't want any drama. So when I had to remove those people that I let back in, those people for a while were anti-me, and they still kind of are, but they were more anti-me at that point when I got rid of them 3 months ago or so. And people that were rebroadcasting me at that point were getting 40, 50 people in the box. So then the 37-year-old millennial guy was saying, wait a minute, okay, if there's traction happening with Coach Eli drama again, now it's coming to me. I have the rights to Eli. Well, here's the thing, bro. You technically don't have any rights to anyone besides yourself. Now, I allow you to simulcast me, but anyone can simulcast me. I give everyone the right to do it, not just you exclusively, sir. Right? But this guy has the biggest drama network out here amongst the group of people, we've been involved with. So he likes to come out and play the big man on campus and say, I have the rights to Eli, so we're going to do it on my channel. So then he started rebroadcasting me for the last month or so, right? And this is what happened. This is the truth of the matter. Again, I don't care. He can do whatever he wants. I don't flag people anymore, like I mentioned. I don't copyright strike people. I don't flag people for guidelines or anything, right? I'll get to the chat in a second. But honestly, what I think he did was because this creator has had 2 channels removed from the YouTube Partner Program. Okay, one channel 2.5 years ago. And then he had another channel removed about 3 months ago. And the channel, he has a couple channels monetized right now. His art channel, which is different than anything else. And then he has a drama channel still monetized. And, he was rebroadcasting me there. And then he was also he started a new channel rebroadcasting me and, did whatever he could to get it to 1,000 subscribers and get the watch time. And he's trying to get that monetized because sir, we know why you're doing that. You push the boundaries. And even though I'm not flagging you for anything, that doesn't mean you're not being mass flagged by many other people that are unhappy with, what you do. I have gotten over it. I've moved past it, right? I'm just sharing with you folks what's happening here because I really want people to know what's going on, right? Right? Yeah, baby, I'm gonna unhide TN chick 43. That's Sharon. She's fine. My lady didn't know. It is a new hat. I've had this hat for probably about a year, Sharon. I'm sorry. My woman banned you by mistake. She thought you were trolling. But she's okay. I unbanned her, babe. Yeah, it is a newer hat. I've had this for about a year, and every so often I have to dye it because I wear it on my walks too, and it gets a little faded. But I just put some black dye on it, and it's all good. It's a nice mesh Kangol hat. Well, thank you, Sharon. But yeah, so basically, this guy, obviously he's trying to monetize another channel, to have another monetized channel because he's probably assuming at some point he's going to get popped on his main monetized drama channel. And like I've said before, sir, I don't want anyone to get shut down or removed. But the type of content you create, is definitely not advertiser friendly. And a lot of it, borderline violates community guidelines. And sometimes it does. And I think you know that, right? So the interesting thing is that, he got that new channel of his. He started about a month ago or 3 weeks or a month ago. I'm not going to name the channel because it's just a ridiculous channel name, right? Got to 1,000 subs. What's that? I think my lady I had to mute for a second. My lady, I think, apologized for banning Sharon by mistake. She hasn't said anything wrong. So anyway, so I think what happened here was he built that channel to 1,000 subs, and he's gotten a lot of watch time rebroadcasting myself. Not only me, he's done some other people too. Let's be fair, okay? And I think he's close to getting that channel monetized. So now he's gotten what he wanted. Sir, obviously we know why you were doing it. You want to get another channel monetized because you've lost a couple of monetized channels in the past, and you fear probably losing the main one that you're on right now, the main drama monetized channel, right? I can't blame you for doing that, sir. But I understand what you're doing. I'm just trying to share with other people what's really going on here, right? Now all of a sudden, he stops rebroadcasting me, and basically, they hand over the reins to Paul, who has a channel with what? 50 subscribers or so, 60 subscribers. He gets about 10 in the box, and it's not really that big of a deal. People restream because they are lame and want attention. Yeah, I understand people hate me and you because we are truth tellers. Well, here's the thing, Sharon. I don't even want to be involved with this type of content in any way, shape, or form. I don't necessarily hate anybody, even any drama people. I'm not a drama channel. I don't want to be involved with any drama. But the bottom line is, these people have a system of using certain people to grow their channels and get their channels monetized and move forward. And to a certain extent, you can use other people's content under fair use, but using someone's entire streams is technically not fair use. Now, I basically allowed them to do it. I just gave them all a blanket, free pass to rebroadcast me with no fear of copyright, because here's what happens. You file a copyright, they're going to file a counter notification, and they're going to win every time. Doesn't matter. According to YouTube, doesn't matter how much content you use. All that matters is that they fill out the counter notification, and say it's fair use, and YouTube will put it through every time. Only the federal copyright court can deem what's not fair use and what is fair use. YouTube, if you fill out the DMCA copyright takedown properly, they'll take down the video. If the person that gets the, takedown files a counter notification and they fill it out properly, all they have to do is say it's fair use under Section 107 of copyright law, then YouTube, will give the original, copyright holder, 10 business days to, file a lawsuit in a federal copyright court, which costs a ton of money, or they'll reinstate the video. So it's not even worth it, right? It's not even worth it, right? But the point I'm trying to make here, folks, is that this is all getting old. Tell your lady it's all good. Yeah, she'll hear it. She'll hear it here. I have a minute delay on the stream because a lot of times I will bring her on, and in case something is said that we don't want to go out, I can cut it off in time before it goes out to YouTube. But here's the thing. When is enough going to be enough? When are people going to see the light? Okay. The 37-year-old millennial guy and his business partner, a lady that I've been friends with in the past and would still be friends with today if it wasn't for the conflict of interest, right? I don't have any problems with her. I don't have any problems even really with him. I don't have any problems with anyone, right? But it's a business. It's a business, and it's clocking in and clocking out, and that's what they're being compensated to do, right? That's what they're being compensated to do, right? So if you folks understand that, and the same thing is lathered, rinsed, and repeated over and over and over again, at what point does it get old? how does it not get old, right? Well, maybe it's finally gotten old because now, it's gone. My rebroadcasts have gone 4 or 5 months ago from several different ladies on the platform used to rebroadcast me, and then it went to the 37-year-old millennials channel for a while. Then he got what he wanted. Now it's like, okay, there's no more value with Coach Eli because I'm getting the fewest amount of people in the chat and the fewest amount of donations when I rebroadcast him. But I still have to fulfill these requirements, so we're going to have Paul do it, right? So it's now gone to Paul's channel, 50, 60 subs, maybe 70, I can't remember. I haven't looked in a while. With 10 people in the box and a few people talking smack, fake smack, which is not true, just to try to entertain the audience on that small of a channel. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I don't get it. When is enough enough? When does it get old, right? When does it get old? I did this to primarily stand up for my lady and say, we are not broken up. My lady is not mad at me. I'm not mad at her, right? Also, they keep calling me cuckold. I am not a cuckold, okay? If you want to make fun of me and say I am, just because, it makes you laugh and it makes 2 or 3 people laugh that still care about past Coach Eli drama that's overplayed and overdone, then so be it, right? I've parted ways completely from the drama. I don't do this. This is not a drama stream. This is just putting it out there because I love and care for my lady. And yes, she did react a little bit earlier. She didn't go crazy, don't get me wrong. But she was like, she came in here into the studio room after I went off the air, and she was like, man, Paul was rebroadcasting you again, and they were talking mad smack about me, saying we broke up and this and that. And I just told her, just ignore it. I told her I don't want to hear about it. I really didn't want to hear about it. I didn't even want to talk about this here tonight, but I did it for my lady. Nothing to be sorry about, sweetheart. Look, this woman that I'm with, she's a very strong woman, but she's also sensitive. That's how women are. She's a beautiful, sweet, sensitive woman that also, has been through a lot and is not afraid to stand up for herself. And out of respect for myself and the professional level that we want to run our business at, she's not coming out here and reacting to it. You folks are not going to get a reaction from her. You're not going to break us up. It's not going to change anything. And the traction that you were getting from Coach Eli drama is diminishing. Like focus on something else. Or hey, you know what? Like I said before in the past, we could all work on something positive together, Why can't we do that? Right? Now, granted, if, certain people are being paid by a sponsor to do something specific that is out of their control, right? To a certain extent, I can understand that. Even though it's not right, I can understand that, right? Because I've literally come out here and said, hey, let's make peace and let's create some real positive content together and talk about some topics like male and female relationship dynamics. Let's talk about, has there been a change since the big MGTOW movement happened 5-6 years ago when many of us first came out here on YouTube full time? There are so many things we can talk about, and I'm open to that, and I made that offer. But these people don't want to do that, and I think it's not because they don't want to do it; it's because they have to do it the other way to fulfill an agreement. And look, I don't know how many more times I can say this for people to understand it, right? So I've said enough here. I've got to get out of here. I've been on for 49 minutes, and I'm gonna go take a bath with my lady, Epsom salt. And then we're going to go lay in my California king-size bed and probably do things that most of you won't be doing tonight, except for Dion. Because I know Dion as a woman. She's pregnant. I know, Dion, you've been intimate, bro, because you have a kid on the way, brother, and you got to be intimate for that to happen. Unless you got jacked, brother, and I don't think you got jacked. So anyway, he's probably not even around anymore. All I'm going to say is this, okay? Look, it was all fun, right? I'm giving that to you folks. You guys had fun at my expense for a while, right? And to the sponsor behind the scenes, come on, bro. Look, you can sit here and try to say that, what I'm saying isn't true. It doesn't matter, bro. I'm not worried about it anymore. But when is enough going to be enough, right? Please take care of these people and have them make different content. Pay them to, focus on creating some really, really good content that can truly help people. Come on, man. Come on. Enough is enough, But it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop because, even though I've been very nice and very professional throughout this entire stream, and that's how I've been, it's almost like the nicer I am, like the more they want to talk about me because they think it's getting to me. No, it's not getting to me. I'm going to continue making my content. Even if I only get 5 or 7 people in the box, even if you continue simulcasting me all day, every day. Okay, morning, Eli. I think you meant to say good morning, Eli. Hey, Lewis, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the show, dude. All right, I got to get on out of here, folks. I just gave you a like. Well, thank you, Lewis. I've got 13 likes on this stream. Yeah, I mean, I just really wish, honestly, like, again, I don't flag anything anymore, and I don't care that the rebroadcasts happen. I just wish they would stop because I have nothing to do with these people. I want nothing to do with drama. Take the drama group and give them the drama they want. There's no drama here to give to people, right? And if you want to sit here and say that my content is cringeworthy because I have a real relationship, my woman is real, she has real issues, I have real issues, and we talk about them, and we talk about uplifting stuff, like, I don't understand what's so cringy about our content, right? Is it cringy because we choose to be non-drama centric people and we choose to be positive, uplifting, happy people? I don't understand. What is so cringy about that? These people say that our content is cringeworthy. Why? Because you guys don't believe in relationships? Like if you don't believe in relationships, that's on you. But what is wrong with having a good relationship? What is wrong, with talking about certain things? What is wrong with talking about, things my lady and I have been through, even if it involves alcoholism? Here's the thing. A lot of you guys drink way more alcohol than my lady does, right? So it's ironic to me that the things that you're coming at her or myself at, you guys do those things 10 times worse, right? It's not even frustrating. It's just, I don't even know what to say about it anymore. It's an obsession. Like, I named this stream, why are some people so obsessed with me and my relationship, right? How many more times is the same thing going to entertain the same audience? Seriously. All right, folks, I'm going to get on out of here. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably, I've done 3 streams since like 4:45 p.m. earlier today, or yesterday. Well, actually today it's still 11:51 p.m. Pacific. It's 2:51 a.m. Eastern. So you only get 3 notifications per day per 24-hour period on YouTube. So I'll probably go live tomorrow on this channel around 5 o'clock from a walk. My lady's probably going to leave my place in the, early to mid-afternoon. So by that time, my notifications will have reset. If I go live again before that time, it will not send out a notification. So I don't want to do that. It'll affect people knowing that I'm live, especially people that are, subscribed to me. So you probably will only get one piece of content from me tomorrow, or later today if you're already if you're already anywhere besides the West Coast where it's still before midnight. West Coast is the best coast for streaming. So yeah, probably 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. You'll get a walk from me tomorrow, and then I'm taking the rest of the night off and relaxing because I need to relax. So anyway, that being said, folks, thank you so much. I think I made my point clear. See you tomorrow, says Lewis. Yeah, everyone, just be good to each other. Even the drama people, just come on, be good to each other. Come on. Come on. The same old song and dance. Come on. Have a great night, everyone. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.